crazies out of the government. We need our Congress for everyone's benefit. The 1%, they just take what they like. We've got to show up and vote for our rights. So vote in November. Vote, a time to remember. Vote, but don't be late. Vote, don't procrastinate. It's our country, our democracy. We can't afford mediocrity. If we do nothing, our hope floats away.
Hugs back to you, Paula. Baby. Howdy doody,
Get up
Chelsea.
off of that thing.
Let me catch up here, baby. Let's get this stuff going. Get ready for that. 100 days, baby. 100 days until we get to vote again. Ain't that some shit? I'm itching, baby. I'm itching. Vote. Seems to become a hobby. How y'all doing, baby? It is Sunday. It's time for another Blue Dot family meeting, and I am so glad y'all are here. Let me see. The first one to jump in the room was Michael Johnson. Why is that way over there? Somebody moved my shit. Jeff Curry's here. Adina Michaels here. Kelly K. Duncan, thank you for being here. Stephanie Dean, how you doing, darling? Where's Jay? Where's Jay? Wait. Okay. Anyway, Gary Spring, all the way up from Canada's here. Thank you. Uh-oh, wrong screen. Get your shit together, John. Dina Michaels here. Debbie Marie. Smart-ass squaw. Really. Hi, Martha. How you doing, darling? Nancy Halverson is here. Paula's here. Let me see. Tracy Tobias, my neighbor. Why am I'm hot. Something's wrong. Shit. Need a technician in here or some shit. I don't know what it is. Donald Ware is here. Robert Lyons. Seraphin Coley, thank you. Jeff Curry. Bruce Preston, thank you for being here. Deborah Douglas. Let me see here. Dwayne Drizzle's here. Thank you very much. The Remixtress is with us. Thank you very much. And let me see here. Chuck Hall from Bloomington, Indiana. Thank you for being here. I'm getting the kick out of Michael Falmister's here. Let me get on down here so I can get our shit together. Jane Prim is here. Teresa Diggum, glad to see you in there, darling. I got to say, as I'm sitting here starting the show, and the credits are still going, the Patreon and the stuff is going by there, and I'm trying to get my shit together. And I said, ow. Watch how you do that. I sit here and I enjoy the conversation that immediately breaks out with people saying hello to each other in this group. It just presents that whole family atmosphere that everybody's tickled to death. See there, Dwayne Drizzle saying hello to everybody, and it just makes you. I gotta watch it now. It just makes me feel good that we have that kind of connection within this family. It just warms my heart. Anyway, title should today. Well, because today I spent most of my day just doing shit that I should have done last week, but anyway. And so outside of a few morning shows this morning, I didn't see much, but I did notice a headline that passed by, and it was speaking about the Republican Party are slipping in their polls now. Seems they might have lost their edge in the midterms. Remember, they've been yakking out the brains here lately about how the Republicans have a lock on, where'd my damn shit go? Every time I turn around, my shit's gone. They got a lock on the midterms. And that kept pissing me off because I didn't see it. Well, now all of a sudden they're starting to talk, well, the Republicans are starting to take a hit. People are starting to get a little pissed. Oh, you reckon? You reckon? Getting a little pissed off at their bullshit ever since they started with Roe v. Wade okay. Sorry, I was distracted there momentarily. With so much going on, and recently with the veterans bill. You know, where you see Ted Cruz out there fist bumping that they defeated the PAC Act, the Veterans Health Bill for burn pit victims, and yeah, people are getting they're taking notice of this bullshit, and how the right just keeps on drifting over towards the wacko side, the Trump maggot side over there, still trying to court them. But I don't know, baby. I think things are going to change. I think a lot of us think that. And but it all depends on our turnout in November, and that's 100 days away, baby. Dems are up. Teresa Diggum just said the same thing. 4 polls I heard just a bit ago on ROF says Dems are up. Yes, we're increasing because the people in the United States are tired of this bullshit. This constant and this veterans thing. That ain't helping much. You know, they did it just because Joe Manchin signed up for the bill Biden's been wanting to get through, and all of a sudden he agreed to it, and the Republicans got all pissed off, got their panties a wad, and shot down the veterans bill because they're spiteful assholes. Anyway, Miss Jean, are you in here? Miss Jean? Oh no. Oh no. I thought we had something fixed, but maybe not. Let me try that again. Bernadette, can you hear me?
Of course I can hear you, John.
Of course you can hear me. Was that Jean? That was Jean, right?
That was Jean, and I think she might need to go check that setting one more time.
All right, sure. We're going to try her out again. I thought you
on
said
that auto setting.
Jean, are you with us?
Hello, hello.
There you are. Can you hear me this time?
Anybody there?
Jean?
Oops.
Jean?
Jean? Did you check that auto setting? Did it go back to where it was?
I don't think I can hear anybody.
Uh-oh. We're still in that same twilight zone there with Jean. She's trying hard to get on the air. Bless her heart. We want her on. Jean's been with us a long time.
Still can't hear anybody.
Nope. Okay. Let me go ahead and move her. Jane, if you can hear us down in the audience, what was it, Bernadette? Check her what settings?
It's the auto sensitivity settings in Discord under voice and input.
Yeah. Check that. What she said. Like I know. I don't know how to call it.
Make sure it's turned on.
Oh, let me send out the first thank you of the evening. I want to thank Linda Taylor Gallup, who came in with a $10 donation and said, I am voting for Lucas Kuntz on Tuesday here in Missouri. No more billionaires to Washington. Outstanding. No, we don't need another billionaire. I think the whole damn Congress is filled up with them. Of course, there is one more in Illinois. Or we assume he's in Illinois. He bought the ticket in Illinois. Could be a she.
Yeah.
You know?
Yes, could be a she.
Marcia said it was probably a truck driver who hasn't checked his ticket yet.
Okay. And I haven't passed through Illinois anytime soon.
Yeah.
So it wasn't me.
No, I had a few tickets, which we very seldom buy a ticket. Very seldom.
Let's hope that current recent billionaire is not running for office.
I hope he's not running for office. I hope it is somebody who genuinely, well, I put it to Marcia like this. I hope it's for some guy that gets up every day, puts on his steel-toed shoes, goes to work for some asshole he doesn't like, but he's loyal and he shows up every day and does hard work. That's who I want to win. So he can tell his boss, hey, kiss my ass, I'm out of here for one thing. And and
Me
somebody who
too.
knows.
I hope so too.
Yeah, just somebody who knows the
And
value of what
and
that
may
means.
they get great legal representation and financial advisor.
Well, you know that's what they say. The first thing you should do before you even go to claim the ticket is get a lawyer and get a financial advisor.
Lawyer up.
Lawyer up,
That's
you're
right.
gonna need one. Uh, we all dream of what we would do with that kind of money. Uh,
Yep.
can't say I could use part of it, but I don't know what I would do with that big of an amount anyway. I mean, that's massive, and I really don't know what I would do with massive. Give most of it away. What do I need? I'm old shit. You know, couldn't see me moving it. I'm moving to your house. That's where I'm moving.
Okay.
After what you sent me, I know where I want to go. Shit, are you shitting me? We leave old sofas out on the side of the road. Damn, it
Okay.
must be nice to live in Humboldt County.
That's what falls off the truck around
That's
here.
what falls off the truck. Jeez, I live in the wrong place, man. Ain't nothing like that falling off the truck here. Oh man, we
Don't tell
did.
nobody.
Yeah, I see him. Little shit. Fell asleep on the couch. That's what he said.
That's what he said.
Yeah, that's what he said. I don't know.
Well, that's good. I'm glad he fell asleep on the couch.
Hey, he's probably
Because
tired.
it-
Needed the
yeah.
rest. You know how
Yeah.
old people are.
I know how I
barely
am.
can probably creep around the house and shit.
I fell asleep earlier. I
should
had
know.
to set an alarm.
Oh shit. What, Johnny Five?
Hello.
What?
I said you should know.
We didn't call to check on your
Said those old
well-being. We just called to wake your ass up. We thought it'd be a good prank.
Yes.
I know. I know you would do that. Yeah. You know what?
What?
I didn't tell you. I'll tell you. I thought you were Leo's hockey. It sounded just like him.
I know it.
So I'm talking to you. That's
I didn't
why
tell
I asked
Bernadette.
for the
Bernadette,
accent.
he's talking to me like I'm Leo.
I know. I heard about that.
I kept telling him, no, man, this is John. Yeah, I don't know what kind of drugs that boy's taking, but
Talk- Yeah.
let's see. I see Miss Jean with her hand up. We're going to try that one more time. See if we can get. Jean, are you with us? Oh, Jean, please, baby, come on. Jane? Nope. Not getting the right button pushed, I think. It's difficult,
Yeah, she has
To
a very
navigate.
Well,
unique
especially if you're new
situation.
on it.
Yeah.
She has a very unique
That's how I
situation where
was.
she uses earpods and so she's talking through Bluetooth, and I think that might
That might be what's doing it.
present a problem at times. Yeah.
Mm-mm. She has been trying so hard. I just hate for her to sit down there and not be able to connect.
We did get to talk to each other the other day.
Did you?
So I do know that it can work. Maybe turn the Bluetooth off and go through the speaker on the phone.
As long as you're listening through headphones or earbuds, I guess. That should work. I don't know how that shit works. I don't know. My son comes up here and sets all this shit up and says, here, hit that button, Dad. And
Right.
I went to go hit the button a minute ago and the damn iPad wasn't here. I forgot I moved it to the living room. So right before the show, I had to stunt run there and get that, or I couldn't hit the damn button to change the camera view. Anyway, what the hell are we going to do, baby? 100 days.
100 days.
100 days
Yes.
until the election. And
Time is flying.
it is, and I'm starting to see a shift. I'm starting to see, and I'm not the only one. Other people are saying it. Somebody else just said it in the chat a minute ago. They saw 4 polls doing the same thing.
Yep.
Yeah, I think that because there's only so much of this bullshit, and this fist bump with the veterans thing really pissed a lot of people off.
Well, John, just tonight I heard on CNN again, they're saying like, well, the way the numbers are looking, the Republicans are faring out better. Where the hell are they getting their information from?
Republicans
Yeah.
out of
No,
their ass.
the people on CNN, where the hell they're getting their information from on
Oh,
CNN?
CNN has been one of those.
Mostly.
Yeah. Hello, David.
Hi,
Hey.
Jay.
It's mostly polling information. CNN pulls, and they pull from some very conservative polling agencies
Yeah.
that tend to poll limited areas that they think, this is the population that will give them the best results.
The portion of the country they think is more.
The telling thing is the
Conservative?
Fox News polls.
They're swinging. They're moving.
They're swinging, and the fact that they're moving
That tells
is
you
probably
something.
a better indicator than what CNN's reporting right now.
Yeah.
Well,
CNN and NBC have written off the Democrats for
I'm-
over a year now.
I'm
well,
been getting
I
pissed
got
off at
elected and they
CNN
wrote
for a
off the
while.
Democrats.
You know,
Yeah, I am too.
it's just I'm tired of that bullshit.
well, I hear that Fox News doesn't like Donny Boy too much anymore.
Yeah, they're
they-
starting to feel the switch to the party.
I think it's going
Yeah.
to be a slow drift, because I'm hoping that sometime in August, which starts tomorrow, that we're going to see some kind of movement out of the Department of Justice. Something before the.
gotta
Before,
look-
I would like to. Doesn't mean that we're going to. I would just like to.
You got to look at the money sources that moved Trump in the first place to run. Murdoch has turned against Donald Trump, and Murdoch runs that fascist media organization around the world.
Right.
And then you got to look at the Kochs, with some of the other money that came into them, and the fact that they have lost a lot of favorability because of their support of Trump. And one of the Koch brothers is dead, and it's basically the younger generation that's slowly taking power there. The younger generation, even the conservatives, don't really like Trump very much.
No, he's losing his
They'd much
feel.
rather.
And now again, the only reason he's in the news here lately, besides being an asshole and a crook and under investigation, is his golf tournament there at Bedminster, which is, I gotta agree, really.
You mean the golf course where he's getting a whole lot of money from
Whole
Saudi
lot of money.
Arabia?
Yeah,
that one?
where the money's pouring in for
Yeah.
that.
Yeah, I've seen his little interview there. We still haven't figured out who did that. Really? Thought we
You
did.
know, and that
Yeah, he
statement
sure should.
alone, John, that statement alone is the reason why he should never. fucking be president
Yeah,
again.
because he knows better. He was president. He was
He
privy
knows
to a
better.
lot of information, and he knows damn good and well it just doesn't matter because there's money involved. And if there's money involved, Donnie Boy's
I think,
little tiny pecker gets real hard and
It's-
points right towards
you know,
him.
John, it seems that he's for those governments that are authoritarian. He'll stand up for them, everything. You tell me how much of a good American he is after all
Oh,
that
shit.
shit. He likes what?
He has never been one,
These are
Johnny.
China.
He has demonstrated
Wow.
that his whole life. That's how come it was so embarrassing to watch the Republican Party usher him into their club of patriots and true Americans and all the other bullshit stories they tell about each other into their fold. Really? Really? Did you turn around and look at the guys past that all? It didn't matter. He was selling hate at the time, baby. And as long as you're selling the Republican hate, being a racist jerk, then yeah.
He hated the right color of people.
Yep.
And he hated the right
Well,
class of people, monetary wise, and it pissed them off. And that's all they love. It's just now others are pissing off more. That's why we have the increased craziness in the Republicans that are running. We have some. We look at Marjorie Taylor Greene and Lauren Boebert. We got some lined up that are real deep.
I was just reading a
whacked
story
up
about,
fashions.
I don't know which guy it was somewhere around here. It's the guy who's running for Attorney General for the Maryland on the Republican side. He's on his
It's a whack job.
Yeah, he's a whack job. He thinks 9/11 was an inside job. It wasn't the Saudi Arabians. It was us. Really? You prick.
What was the name of that? Loose Change? Was that the name of the documentary back in the day that was trying to prove that how all of 9/11 was an inside job?
That-
And it got spread far and wide, unfortunately.
Those are the same people who believe that it was Antifa at the Capitol on January 6th. And you can't convince them any different.
John, I hate to tell you this.
Huh.
I am Antifa.
I am Antifa, but let's don't spread that around.
yeah.
Yeah.
It's true. We'll have to bring more potato salad to the potlucks if we spread it around.
We spread it around. Everybody's going to want to come. We're all going to
I don't think they know what Antifa means,
They don't.
John.
It's like they don't
don't know what
understand what
fascism
Black
means.
Lives
You
Matter
guys,
means.
no. Understand something. The term Antifa is a fucking buzzword for the Republicans.
Yep.
What they know is that their constituents don't know what it means, but they use it in a way.
I
so
think you
that
hit on it. They know what it
their-
means, but their
they
constituents.
know exactly what
Yeah,
it fucking
it's a
means,
buzzword,
John.
just like Black Lives Matter, BLM. It to the right, that is not what it is. They
It's all buzzwords with the right.
huh?
They don't know what they don't differentiate between fascist,
No,
communist, or
no,
socialist.
no.
And I want to sit here and look, really?
It's because they don't know
those
the
aren't
difference.
anything like each other. They don't really know what it
No,
means.
they don't
It's just
know
words
what it
that piss them off.
They're just
They're
sitting there.
words.
Again, the Republicans know what it means. Their constituents don't know what it means.
What is
Their
it? That's
base doesn't know what it means because they watch Fox News. They're told what it means. And what it means to them now is just those libs.
Yeah, it's the same way they use woke. Nobody on
Yep.
nobody on our side uses.
Just
Are
like
you
they
woke?
don't know what
Are you woke?
CRT means or any of the rest
No.
of it. You know, they have proven in Congress, if you watched any of the fucking hearings and anything going on abortion, they don't even know how a woman's fucking body works. Yet they're going to ask Democrats, what is a woman? Give me a fucking break.
Yeah, indeed.
That's all done for the show of their base.
Well, and it's cooked up by their think tank people. They put out the memo to everyone saying use these terminology. That's why all
Absolutely.
Republicans sound the same. Kind of crazy.
Because they're used to selling
Yes.
bullshit.
Yes.
And that's what they're trying to do right now with the veterans thing, is they're trying to sell a bunch of bullshit about, the Democrats changed it. They didn't change shit.
Well,
Nothing.
What's really
Shit.
evil about that bill is
Nothing.
they're lying. They're directly lying about it.
Yep.
They just flat
Tom
lied.
Tom Tillis got on the Sunday
I
show
saw that.
today and called Jon Stewart a pseudo actor.
Celebrity. Pseudo-celebrity.
That's what a
Yeah.
pseudo celebrity.
Yep.
Okay?
Yep.
Jon Stewart is more well known, and if he ran for office, would get
I would vote
more
for his
votes
ass in
than
a heartbeat.
Trump's fucking ass.
As a matter of fact, I wish we had 100 Jon Stewarts in the Senate. I do.
I can't think of a single Republican that would match Jon Stewart class for class.
No. I don't
Not
know
one.
anybody that could debate him. Because they're not
And you
into
know what?
debating.
John, I don't want him to run for office. He's better as the advocate that he is.
He is a powerful one. Let me thank CJ, who came in with a $5 donation and said, Blue Dot family, gear up for November, baby. CJ, thank you very much, baby. We appreciate every donation.
And I want to point
that
out to
comes in.
everyone too,
Huh?
we have some fine, excellently qualified Democrats running this year. I was just listening to. I
And
didn't realize
a bunch
what a
of
good
whack job
chance.
Republicans.
I didn't realize what a good chance we have of taking a senator seat down in Missouri.
Did you see the guy
was
that's
listening to
running on
candidate-
the Republican side?
Yes. Well, the Republican side, yeah.
Yeah.
But he's running actually against a really good progressive Democrat.
Yeah, and I think John
is
Fetterman's
that
gonna win.
is that Mandela Barnes
I'm trying to remember his
in
name.
Missouri?
On the Democrat side?
Yes.
I don't
The
know.
Senate
I'm
candidate.
looking at the chat. Somebody check that. See who's the Democratic Senate
Yeah, I'll do that.
in Missouri. I know who the Republican is. He's the guy. He's the ex-Navy guy that's standing out there with a sniper rifle. Got a couple of snipers behind
Right.
him, and he don't give a
Name
shit
is
about
Eric
your vote.
Greitens.
Yeah.
His name is Eric Greitens.
There you go. Say it again.
Eric Greitens.
Eric Brightens.
Greitens with a
Greitens.
G. Mhm.
No, that's somebody. Leanne Grier just said it was. He's the Republican. Is Greitens.
Greitens is the Republican.
Okay, yeah, he's the
And-
guy that's
and-
going to
It's
shoot
a 20,
everybody.
and it's a off-season election. It's 2022 special election. Doesn't happen very often in Missouri. That's another thing too.
Right. Where's my?
The election
Well,
it's held by Roy Blunt, who I believe is retiring. And the candidates are Ronald Dietz, who's an independent, Steve Price, who's an independent, Nicole Strauss, who's an independent, and John Wood, who's independent. This is general election for the U.S. Senate in Missouri.
I'm waiting on my stupid.
But the Democratic primary was between a whole lot of people, and I'm looking for the guy.
Well, I'm hoping that John Fetterman wins in Pennsylvania. Looking good for him. So
I think.
There I am.
I think Bernadette was right. It's Eric Greitens, but it's on the Republican side.
Yeah.
Eric Greitens
He's the
is
ex-Navy
running
guy.
Yeah,
on
Roy
the
Blunt,
Republican
he's
side.
not running again.
Roy Blunt's retiring.
Right. And let me see.
I know that Lucas Kuntz is running in Missouri. He's an independent.
Now they have Missouri listed as solid Republican, so it's going to be interesting to see how this is going to go.
there's no
It
Democrat
went Republican
running
in the
in
last
Missouri.
in the presidential by 14 points. 16.
No,
14. It's
Man-
14 or 16, whether or not you're blind. Take your pick. It went
So
Republican.
what?
There's a-
They,
The point, I guess, overall, in all the election, there's real good chance of us extending lead in the Senate, and if we can hold the House, just hold the House.
And that is becoming, because that's been the big discussion in the news for the last several months, is the House. Republicans look to sweep the House. No, not so much now. Not so much. You know, it's starting to move too. I think the whole general attitude of the country is going to change in the next 100 days.
These Senate hearings
and-
are like hammer blows against the Republican lie.
Every time.
Every time they have one, you see that hammer slam down on that big Republican lie, and you just see this pattern of cracks appear everywhere in it. That's their
well,
response to it.
you think that most people who have intelligence that are following the Congress would realize that it would benefit them if they vote Democrats. They have an ad out now. It's by FF PAC. You ought to hear it. It's good. They're saying if the MAGA Republicans get in, you can lose all your benefits and all your rights and.
Well, you bet your ass they're on the,
Yeah.
I've seen that
Social
commercial. They're not
Security.
wrong. If the Republicans
Well,
had their
Social-
way, they'd get rid of Social Security and Medicare in a heartbeat.
Yeah.
Drive the shit out of it. They can make money.
Realize the unholy marriage we have between corporate fascism and U.S. corporate fascism and U.S. Christo-fascism is the fact that the corporatists are the ones that want control, and they're the ones that will take control. They will give a nod to the Christo-fascists and let them run their religious state
Sure.
with the rules that
A little
appeal
bit
to
of
them.
theocracy thrown in there just to,
Yeah,
Keep
I mean,
them
religion's always been used in that sense.
Yep.
When you see it, but remember, it's this constant push to privatize everything.
everything.
Social
Because you make
Security.
money. Because
Remember how
corporations
mad we got
make
at
money.
Bush Jr. for trying to do Social Security?
Yeah.
It was this one area where he was slapped down hard. I hope people realize that they're still coming after those organizations.
Yeah.
That Social Security, the very word social in there, offends Republicans right now.
And there's a whole lot of Republicans that are on Social Security. Go
And that's
figure.
that's why
Yeah, I don't think
Florida all of a
they're all
sudden's going,
rich.
oh wait, oh no.
That's what's so sad, is that so many Republicans, and we're talking about the lower echelon maggot crowd, which is a substantial number, absolutely vote against their own interest.
Yeah, solid 20-25% always
Yeah.
vote against their interests.
That-
They just don't understand it, I don't think.
They don't give a shit. They range everywhere from your cousin marrying rebel flag waving idiot to some guy who runs a manager of a tire store who thinks he's the talk of the town, or so. I don't know. They got to be pretty stupid nowadays. You got to be pretty freaking ignorant to declare yourself a Trump supporter at this point. You know,
They have bizarre
But
ideas
they're there.
that contradict each other in our government. On the one hand, they believe that anything the government tries to do for people is bad. The government it wants to take over things and run them. But at the same time, the government's incompetent in everything they run. Well, why are they so good about taking it over then? They run with these contradictory ideas. The idea that Reagan's old idea that whenever the worst thing you can hear is, "I'm here from the government. I'm ready to help."
Yeah.
The idea that the government is their adversary or their enemy, which I mean,
Yeah.
even Marjorie Taylor Greene said the most insane thing, where she's literally saying the government is worse because she's in it, essentially. But they run the idea that the government is the enemy, while at the same time the government is.
I know an
give it
awful
to
lot of
us.
Republicans who had their hand out for PPP loans in a freaking
Yeah.
heartbeat, baby. As soon as the government's got some money to hand out, you bet your ass every freaking Republican conservative asshole's got his fingers in the pie somehow.
And a lot of them didn't get anything from that because
I know
the big
people who
guys
got
took
plenty.
a big share.
Spending
I know
it
people
out
did.
the freaking wazoo. Are you shitting me?
How many people do you know that got it that really deserve
I'm
that
thinking.
one's pretty.
I'm
That's
thinking.
a thin list.
I'm thinking. No, I can't come up with anybody. But there's names in my head, you bet your ass. And they know it. They know I know.
Which mega church owners
They're telling me
get
you're
those
somebody
loans?
you're not. Huh?
I said the mega churches got some of that money.
Yes. Oh,
Why?
yeah. Oh, yeah, because Jesus was, in need. Jesus
Hey,
needed the
John?
money, so, hey.
Well,
I don't want
remember
to go
that-
there.
John,
That's just sickening. Huh?
What I mentioned before about Christian nationalism, there's another book it's written by Catherine Stewart. They touched on it, I believe, on CNN today, and I just pasted it on main discussion. You get a chance, everybody, take a look at it. It's called The Power Worshippers, Inside the Dangerous Rise of Religious Nationalism. I'm telling you, I can't stress this enough. They are a major pusher in the Republican Party. But now, back when Reagan was in, they were there too, but they weren't as radical.
It was a moral
now-
majority then.
Right,
Now
it's all
it's,
majority.
now
Now
it's-
it's Christian
They
nationalism.
go
Yeah.
they go back to the 60s, if you want, where the term first started getting coined and tossed around. They were part of the moral majority push during the 70s to
Yeah.
make abortion their central issue. They floated around with backmasking of rock and roll records, if you remember that trend.
Oh, yeah.
That was
I
supposedly the devil.
Yep.
And there was all
Mhm.
these satanic cults across the U.S. Molesting kids, when all that was a bullshit story being spread by them to increase this fear. They
As long as
finally
there's some
found the
fear
one
going
that
around,
really
man.
stuck with people. Sure. And if you notice that the Republicans have a real, the same dozen fear eggs they go to every time to make their fear omelets.
Mm-hmm.
Immigration, taxes,
Yeah.
big government,
Evil government.
gays,
Yeah.
and
They sell
transsexuals.
the whole thing.
Yeah. It seems like they concentrate on those.
And this
subjects these
Christian nationalism shit, they believe that this country was founded on Christian beliefs, and that our laws ought to reflect that. Our laws ought to reflect that. Well,
That's what's
it
dangerous.
just depends on what.
And be careful,
I'm all
they're
for
trying to
thou shalt
normalize
not
that.
steal. You know.
You notice Marjorie Taylor Greene and a few others, they're trying to start normalizing that
Yes.
language. We
Oh,
can't
yeah.
let
Using
them
it
do
in their
that.
speeches, yeah.
Marjorie Taylor Greene came right
And
out
anytime
said,
you
John,
can hear it, you can put in front of the word Christian nationalist, go ahead and put the word white, because that's
Yeah.
who they're talking to.
Thank you.
They're
Because, John, I
white
was going to
Christian
say
nationalists. It's another word for
that
Klan.
Yeah, it's not white. It's not white Christian nationalists. It's white supremacy.
White supremacy, baby.
Nationalism.
They try to dress it up in the cross, in the
You
Bible.
can't-
Look at
you
us.
can't
We're
put
Christians.
lipstick
No, you're
on this
not, baby.
pig.
You're not a Christian.
Thank you, Sarah Palin.
You know, I'll put my Christian, and I'm not a Christian, I'm an atheist. I'll put my Christian values up against a lot of their ass any day of the week. And the first one starts out with, thou shalt not judge others, how they run their fucking life.
No, they're just trying
They
to
just,
cram their theocracy
Yep.
down somebody else's throat.
Well, I just wanted them to point out
And
where
I'm
Jesus
sorry.
talks so much about being angry and afraid.
well,
That's
But
what I
I'll
wanna
take
know.
my
That white
First
nationalist
Amendment
is-
rights,
that-
and that's a right not to have a religion if I choose.
yeah, there you go, baby. The right to have a
Well,
religion
see-
or not have one.
If they have their way,
But
John,
those Christian
they'll make
nationalists
sure
are on the
everybody
Supreme
has
Court
to
now,
follow
baby.
it.
That's
Oh
the
God,
danger.
we have at least
Can
three.
can I just bring up a side note?
What's
In
that?
doing some research on Missouri, they haven't had their primary election. It's August 2nd. It's coming up here shortly,
Oh,
next
couple days.
Tuesday, as a matter of fact.
Yeah.
And they got a whole lot of people running
Good.
for
Let's
Roy
see who
Blunt's
comes to the
seat.
Let's see who comes to the
Yeah.
top on the Republican side. Because I'm
So-
really interested if they're really going to support the guy with the rifle who's threatening to shoot everybody if they don't vote for him. Because basically that's what I see in
Right,
his
exactly.
commercial. You know,
He's just the one with the loudest voice over there,
Yeah.
John.
with the most disgusting commercials. They're the
Yeah,
ones that
well,
stick
you
out in
know.
my head. The ones like that if you
understand.
don't, we'll take it by gunpoint. That's what he's threatening in
Because-
his. And Oz,
Because that is what they're threatening.
yes,
That they will take our government by gunpoint.
yes.
And I'm sorry, it's not their government
It's
to take
not.
like that. And that's still called an insurrection.
It's still
idiot.
called treason. It's what the South tried to do. You know,
And that's
remember-
what they're going on. That's the shit that they spew out there.
Well, you know,
They're-
John,
Why
same,
we have to
same
vote
bullshit wrapped in a
solid
pretty
blue.
package. That's all.
well, you know, John,
it-
I'm not sure in the Civil War that they actually tried to coerce people to vote for the different parties like the Confederacy. Today, we have Republicans that are strong-arming and gerrymandering and doing whatever they can
That's a
to make
Republican.
it hard for people to vote. And to those people who do vote, they probably somehow highly suggest, and that's in quotes, that they should vote for the GOP.
Hopping on one foot with one hand tied behind your back. That's what the GOP wants. You want to vote?
Oh, yeah.
How bad? Because they're going to make it tough. They're going to, and any Republican state you can point to on the damn map, they're trying to curb the voting, trying to keep people from voting, to make it difficult,
John-
to make the lines longer. Huh.
So,
But-
John, for a point of discussion, what can we do to fight back despite this gerrymandering? Are there things the Democratic Party can do, or the people, that they can override this gerrymandering and whatever?
The most powerful thing they can do is vote. Regardless of what, if you're in the reddest freaking county and there's only 2 Democrats in the whole freaking county, you and your wife, go vote. Because not to is succumbing to their demands. It doesn't matter what. That's how come I'm called a blue dot in Texas. We have blue dots in every red state in this country and around the
And
world.
every red district.
Every
And
red
every
district.
red district, too.
Yeah.
The tide slowly turns, baby. That pendulum swings, and it's coming our way now.
It's not a matter of really recruiting maggots over to our side or
No.
convincing them.
No,
We just got to wake up. We got to wake up the complacent voters.
yeah, those that normally, don't take the time out of their day to go vote. That it's not that important to them. That they don't have a belief in the system, and that's hard to overcome in some, especially
So,
in a
John,
lot of young
I really
people.
do.
But
I really do believe that the young people are fed up
I was fixing.
with this bullshit, and they want a more progressive
We have a more politically
government.
informed youth right now because of what they have had to endure. School shootings all across this country. Every one of those high schools, those people graduate, get out of high school, they move on. They're never moving on from those issues. And and we've seen the power of that
And they're
across the country.
traumatized.
Yes.
You know whose voice really reaches the young people? Well, I'm curious what he thinks about this.
Huh.
Biker Leo.
Leo Sahaki?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah,
yeah.
I'm curious
He's
what he
got
has
his
to say.
hand up.
Is he
He's
in
got
it?
his hand up.
Oh, I didn't even see Leo in the room.
Yeah.
Oh, look at there. Leo's snuck his ass right in here. Wait, Johnny Fly, here's the real Leo Sahaki. You can talk to
I
him.
thought I was feeding John this clever segue.
Here, let me introduce you to my friend, Biker Leo. Johnny Fly?
Hi.
Will the real Biker Leo please stand up?
Yeah, really.
Right?
Hello,
Right?
Leo.
Did you
How in the
hear
hell
what
are you,
happened?
brother?
I'm good. How are you?
I'm doing fine.
Hey, Leo,
Now you guys are talking about y'all are discussing this exactly the way I just did in my live a few minutes ago.
I did not know
They-
you was live, brother.
I'm always live. You know that. Well, no, I'm not. I'm a liar. I'm lucky if I get in every 2 weeks now.
Go ahead, though.
But that's what it was about. We got to remember why we're doing this, and that means all the way from us old gray-haired folks down to these young whippersnappers that are coming along. They are more progressive than we are. Now, I don't think that we can just dump that whole progressive thing all at once. In fact, I think that's a part of what's biting us in the ass right now. Is Joe Biden swung real hard? I mean, he really swung for the fucking the bleachers.
He did. Yes, he did. It was a big bill to build back better.
And it bit us in the ass, but we are seeing progress on it. Yeah. So these young people who are, by the way, a fuck ton smarter than we are, folks. I hate to tell you this, but they're more educated. They certainly have their reasoning abilities are building quicker than ours did. And as we see this progress, we'll see who we really are. Now, are we a country that, my big thing today was I think we've seen the end of Donald Trump. I believe that the January 6th.
I believe I'm right there with you, Leo. I think it's slowly going out the door, baby.
He shot himself in the foot one too many times. But I want to give you guys 3 words to think about. 3 words. We had 3 that exemplify right now. Those are the big lie. There were 3 words after another failed attempt a while back, and that was called the lost cause. Does anybody know what I'm talking about?
The lost cause.
That's what it was referred to by the people in the South as we were going into Reconstruction and Jim Crow.
Yes.
It was the lost.
Farther back in history, yeah.
It's the same fucking people.
Yep.
Some
It's
things
the
never
same
change.
people.
Huh?
Yeah. And that's what we're fighting against, and that's what we have to remember. And that's what we got to get all these young people fired up about.
Well, man, Leo, on that note, buddy, go on TikTok. Go on TikTok. I was hesitant, brother, to do a 1 or 2 minute just shout out. I mean, keep it short because that's what TikTok's all about. It's not about a long show. It's about a short clip. Get your message out there and drop it. I am amazed with how many young followers I have on TikTok. Amazed. But
John, on your recommendation, I'll do it. I'm scared of it, but I'll do it.
It ain't no different than doing any other video, except now you just want one, keep your mouth running, and make it short, get your point across. Thank you very much. See you later. And they, because most of these voters, that's what TikTok is. They're flipping. I know. I see my wife. Hell, I watch myself. Oh, look at there. That's cute. Oh, look at this dog. Oh, that's neat. That's me. Dog and cats.
But the attention span is not the longest.
Yeah. No. As a matter of fact, I went live on TikTok Friday for Beer and Bud Friday. We were live on TikTok, and but that doesn't show up on your TikTok unless you download it and put it there. It just it's for live only. Well, I said, well, okay, I'll just download it and post it. Yeah, I got about 700 and something views on it. I think it's a longer video, but my videos that are 3 or 4 minutes long, yeah, I've had some of them go up to 800,000.
Hey, John.
Oh no.
Well, I guess I'm gonna have to do that.
Leo,
You know what I'll do, John?
I've got 42 videos now on TikTok. I've passed over 33,000 followers and over 207 likes. They do it by likes and followers. So, in a very short time, we have doubled our audience.
What I will do is I'm gonna reach out to our friend T Brown. I'm working on a thing
T
for her
Brown,
anyway.
I think is already on TikTok.
Oh yes, and she knows how to play it. She knows how to use it real well.
Good. She's good.
Yeah. Hey,
And
I
I
will
will-
let you know. Miss Jean has her hand up, John. I don't know if you want
I'll
to
try that again. Thank you, John.
try it again.
We'll see if Jean got her thing fixed. Let's see. We've been trying to get Jean. Jean, are you
Look
in
at
the
her,
room, baby?
she is.
Jean, are you with us? No, Jean's having a hard time with her device trying to get it connected up to the voice thing. So we've been trying for several weeks to get Jean in here.
I don't think she can hear us in here.
I don't think it's going to work. But Leo, yeah, do TikTok, brother. Do TikTok.
TikTok, do. And with T, by the way, guys, I'm about to post one of the. Y'all know my leather work is. I guess I know a little bit about what I'm doing.
I guess you know a little bit about what you're doing. I've seen some of your work lately.
Well,
that you posted.
Wait till you see the next one. The last one was for Kathy McLeod. It's a relatively large harness for her big. I guess she's a golden retriever.
Right.
And by the way, in the very center of it, the front band that goes across the chest has got a single blue turquoise stone in the middle of it. Much like what I did with your collar to your dog.
Yeah, which Vicky wears that collar. Vicky
one single little blue dot, because that's what we all are.
On the back of the collar. I love it. She's my sweetie. Said, dog, I swear, it's pitiful how I feel about that dog. It's sad. No man should feel about a dog that way anyway. She's so pretty.
I want to know, when am I ever going to become as good and cool a person as my dogs think I am?
Yeah, never. Never. My dog loves me. Are you shitting me? Yeah, we wish we could get that kind of. I wish I could get my wife to look at me like that. Oh, just. Mm-hmm. Vicky, nowadays, I get up first, and a lot of times I'll have a couple of cups of coffee, and then I'll just go lay on the couch. I won't go to sleep or anything. I'm not trying to go to sleep. I'll just lay on the couch and stretch my back out. When I do, Vicky jumps up on the couch and comes up, lays on her tummy, and puts her head right on my shoulder. It's like a picture. It's like, all
I want to do is be there with you, Dad. That's all we got to do is be together.
They make you melt. And, it doesn't matter if it's a dog, a cat, Tyler, every morning, Fred comes out of that cage and right onto Tyler's shoulder, and he couldn't be a happier bird. He used to do it to me.
That's what it's about with animals and us, though. I was about to do a thing,
buddy. It's a kind heart. That's what it is.
You know what it is about animals and us? Is that the animals have unconditional love for us.
Indeed.
They do.
And I sure do appreciate it.
My wife has conditions.
I was going to head up.
My wife has a list of conditions.
Animals don't do that.
Thank
and
goodness.
I tell you, I miss my kitty every day, man.
Yeah.
I was just gonna say, did you know that you have somebody that can talk like you?
Oh.
Yeah.
Who's that?
I think Johnny Fly was fucked up on the couch. Is what I think.
I fell asleep on the couch the other day. It was yesterday, and the phone went off and jarred me awake. I go, who could be calling me?
You didn't hear the story, Leo?
No, he's hearing it now.
Go ahead.
Well, anyway, John's talking.
Whole fucking conversation with me, and he keeps calling me Leo. I'm saying, no, it's John.
I said, oh,
okay, Leo.
Leo, how you doing? And I said to him,
the whole time, Leo.
how did you get my? Yeah, the whole time I thought it was you. And I said, how'd you get my number?
I'm just sitting there. I'm sitting there trying to convince him, but no.
Oh, that ain't kind of hilarious.
He wasn't going to have no part of it. I was Leo, so okay, I'm Leo.
Yeah, you just let me talk that it was Leo, didn't you, John?
Well, you know what? If I'm going to be mistaken for anybody, I wouldn't mind being mistaken for you, John.
Well, I appreciate that, Leo, and it's same here. You look a lot better than I do. Shit, yeah. Is that John Bernabou? Yeah, that's him. That's what he looks like. Yeah.
Anyway, John, that's funnier than hell.
Oh, yeah, that was pretty cool. You know what the sad thing was, Leo?
Mm-hmm.
I was calling to check on him because one of our Blue Dots called me and was concerned because we hadn't seen him in the last. No, we knew he had some medical tests done, and holy shit, we was concerned. And you see what happens? You see what happens?
Yeah.
Hey, Leo, how you doing? No, this is
Must be in
John.
the
I'm
water
just,
there, I
I'm
don't
just
know.
calling to see if you're all right. Hey, Leo, I'm glad. How'd you get my number, Leo?
Yeah, well,
Son of a bitch.
the way you were talking, it sounded just like Leo. I think, how the hell did he get my number? Because I don't remember giving it to him.
Well, I'm gonna have to get it from you, John, and one of these days I'm gonna call you up and say, "Hey, it's John
Yeah,
Britabo."
hey, this is John. Hey, you sound a lot like Leo.
If you want my number, I'll give it to you, Leo. I'll send you a DM on it.
Go ahead,
Yeah,
call it
just
out right
send me
now.
a message on Facebook.
No,
Go
don't
ahead
do
and
that.
please do that.
Oh, on Facebook. Okay, because I was going to do it on Discord, too.
Oh shit, I can't figure out it took me a half an hour to figure out how to get in the damn live room again.
Okay. Well, I'll send it to you on Facebook.
Damn.
But yeah, that's
Never a dull
amazing.
moment.
Never a dull moment.
Never a
And
dull
I
moment around here.
promise I didn't smoke any pot. I didn't take any drugs. I was just half out of it.
I did.
Well, maybe you should have.
That's why I called you.
Maybe. I would have probably known who it was. And the thing is, I looked at my phone and it said who it was, and I didn't even realize.
No, I didn't hear about some lady taping up her dog's mouth, windows rolled up. Somebody ought to kick her ass all the way 10 ways to Sunday. Are you shitting me? Don't say that.
Oh, Lord.
Oh, it was a comment in the chat. No, evidently some lady who taped up her dog's mouth. Right there, I'm already slapping her. Like,
What the fuck? Don't let me see that. Don't let me be
Yeah.
person to that.
I'm trying to tell you. Yep. You know,
That's sad.
dogs and little kids, boy, that'll get you in trouble with
Yeah.
me.
oh yeah,
Yeah,
kids,
some people
pets,
aren't,
yeah.
they're not
Animals
worthy
in
to
general.
have pets.
Don't be a dick. You know,
Yeah,
that's,
some people don't.
Don't be
They
an
don't
asshole.
have to like their own pets.
You know, John, the last couple of days, one of the things I almost did was I was about to head up to Hazard, Kentucky, because I do have this boat now.
right.
And
Nice,
I know.
nice boat, by the way.
No, thank you very much.
Nice boat.
I'm enjoying it. But I was going to head up there because y'all remember back 2010, I lived through the flood in Nashville, and then I watched my daughter this past year in Waverly, Tennessee, living through the flood there, and I knew that maybe I could help. So I got in touch with the people up there, the emergency resources people, and said, "Hey, I'm just a retired guy, got a little bit of time. I'll be glad to come up if you think I should." And there was of course interest from the few preliminary people I talked to. Then I got talking to the people further up, and they were asking, they're more, well, can you do this? Can you do that? And one of the things that I poked in there was, one thing I do have besides this boat is probably the friendliest dog in the world. And I'm talking about Buddy there, and he really is. And they were more interested in me bringing Buddy up there than bringing my own ass up there.
There are a lot of organizations that bring animals to areas in distress because dogs and other pets they calm people. That's the effect that they have on others.
Yes.
You're holding something in your hand that is nothing but pure love. It's a way to relieve that stress and that. And take the boat and the dog.
Well, they ended up saying they ended up turning me down because the one thing that they already had enough of was enough old guys and enough boats.
I bet. I've been through floods here. I've been through floods in Louisiana, and it's the first thing everybody does. If you live within miles around, you're out in your boat, looking for anybody that needs help.
And if there's anybody that's in that area that is physically fit enough to do it, the real need right now, and it's kind of macabre and a little bit, but the real need right now is for people to walk the banks. And what you're doing is you're hoping for survivors, but at this point, that's not what you're going to find.
There's a lot of the recovery is not over. There's going to be more people recovered, and so they're expecting the death toll to rise. Unfortunately, the kind of floods in like these, where the water just when I say my house floods down here, well, I can watch that water come up. There's no rushing current come through knocking down a building. This thing just rises slowly until it's all the way up under my house. But I can stay here. So it's not the same kind of a flood as in a valley with a river that all of a sudden gets 8 inches of rain, and then you have a torrent, and that's what this is. It just took houses off foundations, swept vehicles away, and it's just heartbreaking the damage that you see.
Get used to it, folks, because global warming's real, and that's what's happening.
Yes.
It's what we need to take note of when disasters like this happen, whether it be in Kentucky or after a hurricane, or tornadoes, other natural disasters, fires. There's only one entity that is going to come along and help your ass, and that's the government. That is the government that we pay for, that our tax dollars go in. When you hear us talking about social programs for American people, that's where the money needs to go. We could cut our defense budget in fucking half and still have enough money to maintain our troop levels, our readiness levels. You just wouldn't be pouring half of it into development in some jackass defense contractor who's sucking the government dry. We could do that and have the ability better to because look how many natural disasters. This is just one flood. Hold on to your britches, baby. It's hurricane season. There are going to be people. It's fire season. There are people hurting across this country, and our lawmakers are lost to it. It seems. The need.
I don't know if they're lost to it, John. It's where the money is. If they can get money out of oil, they don't give a fuck. Okay, I'll take the money. Oil.
Talking oil and gas. Well, now we're
just because you're destroying the planet with a whole lot of carbon dioxide, well, that's no big deal.
Those looking, they won't notice it for years yet. Don't worry about it. That's
I
worry about it.
I think Mr. Joe Manchin is starting to wake up to that shit.
I hope.
Yeah,
I was on Robin Kincaid's show on Friday, and when she reminded, it's not the first time she ever said it, but she reminded us of the first rule of Manchin: never vote for anything unless it benefits somebody named Manchin. That's right. And she's in West Virginia. I don't know what it was that got him to change his mind and all of a sudden get on board with it, but it was something.
There's some money that was coming his way. Count on that.
Trust me. Something about that climate change portion of the bill will profit Joe Manchin.
Something that impacts coal, because that's his business. He's in the coal business.
Yes.
And unfortunately, West Virginia is one of their main exports is coal. So it's a bad situation, huh?
Somebody had to compromise on that one, don't you think?
Somebody did. Somebody compromised, but as soon as he did, there was a price to pay for it, and the veterans are going to pay it.
Yeah.
And whatever that compromise is, and see, that's why they needed Joe Manchin. And trust me, Joe Manchin got something out of doing this deal. He would not have done it without it.
Okay, here's a good question. Somebody just asked, so we can modify the conversation a little bit. Smart-ass squaw, and we all know she is. Hi, Martha. What do you guys think about Andrew Yang's new political party?
Forward.
Okay.
Hey, Miss Linda.
Hi, honey. How you doing?
I'm doing just fine. How are you?
Just fine and progress.
That is mighty fine, baby. That's a fine. Good. I'm glad you're doing good. So what do you think about a third political party? Forward.
Well, I think we need one. I'm not sure it's that one.
Mm-mm. Anybody else?
Well, we just said that. Whoa. I'm not sure that we don't need that one. That's more of the progressive side of it. And needs representation. I'd like to see us with 7 or 8. Where's Aussie Dave? He'll tell us how it's done, right?
Isn't Yang the one that said he'd give us what, $1,000 a month or something?
2 words.
Yes.
Yeah. 2
Yeah.
words. Jill Stein.
Thank
Yeah.
you.
Yeah, there you go.
That's what happens
I
with a
don't
third
think
party.
a third political party is going to work in
No.
America. What we need is a rational Republican Party again. And that's going to take some time because those fuckers have lost their goddamn minds.
Yeah,
They
indeed.
need some mental health. 'Cause
No,
they
I'm
got issues.
I'm not on board with like, and I've said this before on one of my shows. I liked Andrew Yang. I like his idea about the $1,000 a month basic income, which I think is a grand idea, and it would raise all boats.
I know that they did that in Stockton, California. They actually did that on a smaller scale, and it actually fucking helped people. I
If you're
don't
on
know
the street,
if
$1,000 a
on
month.
a federal level it would have the same effect. But I do know on a smaller scale, it did help people in Stockton, California, and they ran that for over a year.
Why
and
should
it
our
really did
politicians
help
be the only
people.
one that benefit off of this shit? Because I guarantee you, that's why we do not have any poor politicians. There's not a single congressman in there or senator that is not a multimillionaire. Because they got money, baby, and it's all put in the stock market, and they get donations. It's all just
They're not
flows
when
and
they get
funds.
there,
They
they
can,
are
after a while, your ass doesn't mean much unless his job is on the line. It's only when his job is on the line, when that golden throne is going to be taken away from his ass, that's the only time he's going to turn to address the issues of his constituents, to really help them, is when his ass is on the line. Other than that, he is just going to float along like he could give 2 shits about anything. John Stewart called it out the other day. They're sitting up there in their air-conditioned office, walled off from all of this shit. They sit in there and watch the news or something and see what they're going, and then they scurry through the freaking halls of Congress trying to keep from talking to anybody. I always say, you never see my
They're not the
Congressman
ones
Michael
that
Cloud
people
on.
don't-
No,
However,
never see that little cockroach.
here, but that is in part exactly why I think you're wrong about there only being the 2. Because I don't think that it's about one party that's going to have all that much sway, that's going to, turn around and give everybody $1,000 a month or whatever. What I do think it's going to do is to bring the discussion forward and not make it so it's only this guy and this guy standing there saying, this is how we'll do it. I want to see more voices.
I would love to see a situation to
what?
where a third party could have an impact, but now, we have to face the fact that it is a 2-party system, and anything outside of that is going to draw one from the other, either Republican or Democrat, but not enough to make a difference except to hurt one of the other 2 parties. If they get a third party going most of the time, they put up a more liberal candidate. The Democrats go, hey, look at here. Jill Stein ain't so bad. Let's go over there and vote for her instead. And it impacts the
rather than
race.
a universal basic income of $1,000 a month, how about Medicare for all?
Hey, good
The
idea.
money would be
I heard-
I think that we should have it.
I heard in other countries they have things called universal health care. Go figure. I wonder how they do that.
And we're the greatest planet on the earth. How can that be?
Yeah, we're the greatest planet in this country. That's what we are. Let me send out a few thank yous to Joe Cyber, who came in with a $20 donation. Joe, thank you. And Maria Betancourt, who came right behind him and came in with a $10 donation. Thank you very much, Maria and Joe. I appreciate it so much. It's July 31st. Oh, this is the last day to get anything before next week.
Here
Start all
already.
over again. They make me wait, but that's great. We're going to be able to pay some bills come next month. So I appreciate that tremendously.
I got to get out of here. I got to go help my wife cook dinner.
Well, ain't you a sweet guy? Not me. I just told her, get your ass in there before I beat you again.
Well, Leo, I'm curious. What's for dinner?
It looks like it's going to be a
Anybody
chicken
believes that
french fry.
shit. Ah,
Right on.
Chicken stir fry.
Chicken
Really?
stir fry sounds good.
we're,
Well, there you go.
Mark-
Anyway, I love all of you. If you get a chance, the last couple of lives that I've done, I've really looked at and said, "Yep, that's what I think." So if you get a chance, check them out. We'll
I
go
will.
from there.
I will, Leo. I'll go over there and fetch it and share it, buddy.
All right. Thank you,
All right.
buddy.
Take care of yourself, Leo, and enjoy your dinner.
You too.
All right, brother.
Good
Take
night,
care.
Leo.
Night.
That's Leo Sahaki. You can find him under Biker Wisdom and Thoughts. Leo's been using his voice for a long time, and he ain't turned loose yet, and we don't expect he will. And we appreciate it when he comes by here and joins us. Oh, let me see. We got so many. I got to move these screens around so I don't get whiplash and I can still see everything.
Go ahead.
Let me see. Chris,
Hey,
how you doing,
how
brother?
is everybody? Hey, Blue Dot family, how are y'all?
We're all sitting here pissing on the idea of a third party.
Well, here's the thing. I think that's the cart, putting the cart before the horse. You mentioned one name, Jill Stein. I got another one, Ralph Nader.
There you go.
So until we institute broadly across the country ranked choice voting, third party
Good
does
point.
us no damn good.
That is the only way it would work. Ranked choice. You know,
Now,
that,
if-
a
now,
third
if-
party
if-
would
if the
would have a chance.
libertarians- If the libertarians want to become their own third party, that's great because they'll split the vote with the
With the
crazy
Republicans, yeah.
yes, and that's awesome for us. But
Yeah,
if
let 'em
we
go.
unilaterally disarm
Carolyn
by
and John.
slicing our
I love their life. You know what's right out there, their door? When they open the back door and just look out, a fucking ocean. I love it.
where?
It's on the Outer Banks.
Oh, well, I'm just thinking
They've been doing
you know,
some work on their
we-
cottage out there, and I've just been enjoying the shit out of it. Not their work.
Oh,
I mean, I'm
so you
sorry they got to work. John's out there with a pressure washer, and Carolyn's in there with a paintbrush. But boy, howdy.
I just think talking third party for us, splitting up, slicing off progressives from the Democratic Party, is utter disaster. And I'll leave it at that.
Well, I saw a thing about it. That's why I'm sorry, I got distracted by a comment. What did you
Yeah,
say,
did.
Chris? I'm sorry, shiny
I'm
object.
saying-
I'm just gone, brother. Shit.
Unilateral disarmament for us would be progressives fleeing the Democratic Party, and that would be just hell. That'd be
That-
hell on earth.
Yeah, there wouldn't be
We'd
nothing
cede
left.
all of our power. Uh-huh.
You know, a lot of people try to tell me, John, you need to get in the middle and be a moderate Democrat. Moderate. Well, I'm too old
Well,
to be a
we
moderate.
have to ally.
I
You have
want
to find
change.
your allies where you can find them, right?
Yeah,
Manchin-
it's true.
All right.
That's true. But I am.
We know Manchin's a slimy beast.
Just by what I read every day, it's things like college education. You should have a free 4-year college education at community level or whatever, because that's what you say is required in today's workforce. We have a high school education because you said that's what we needed. Well, now it's college, so you know it only stands to reason we should advance that to include a 4-year college degree for those who want, or 4 years of a trade
At
school.
least 2 years.
At least,
community
at
college.
least, a bone. Throw a bone. You know, it's
No,
things
no,
like that you know, or universal income, like we was just talking about.
And that's just to keep us competitive with the world.
With the world.
With the
Yes.
world.
Taiwan. Look at Taiwan. You go to
Look at
school
China.
as long as you want for free. For free.
Oh, there. Yeah. Like, you know, the same thing.
Denmark.
Up there. Sweden. These very
Well, how-
socialist countries whose
how
citizens
do they-
seem to be like happy as larks.
Well, how do they cover their costs, though?
Taxes, just like
Tax
everybody
the
else.
rich.
Taxes.
Tax the rich.
Taxes.
No one
Taxes.
tax rates are
That's how
high.
it should
On
be.
the rich.
We
Whoa,
just
whoa, whoa, one at a time.
taxes. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's how they do it. They don't cotter to the rich. They don't bow down like they don't want to implement a fascist regime. They're proud to be a socialist nation, in the form of socialism as we describe it. If you listen to Republicans describe socialism, that's communist socialism.
Yeah.
That's what they describe.
They use their talking points because
Indeed.
they know that
Is a
turns
trigger word.
their base.
Yeah. If you say socialist, the first thing you think of is communist China.
And if you
Well,
say
no, if you say socialist to me, I'll
that
think
means
of Denmark.
Black Lives Matter. You
Yeah.
know,
Indeed.
it's bullshit. The Republicans are bullshit, and that's why we need to turn this
In
country
everything
blue.
they do,
That's right.
from their fake patriotism, their flag waving, to we support the troops, to you name anything, they're
I'm
fake.
trying to justify shooting
hypocrites.
down this bill. I mean,
Well, I
unreal.
just
They,
saw
the only way
today
they can't justify it. It was a retaliatory move for Manchin and Schumer coming out and announcing that they had made this deal on Biden's agenda. The Republicans have no intentions on passing anything that has to do with Biden's agenda. Anything.
And that's why they
And so
shot
they
down
were
the veterans bill.
pissed about this, and they shot down the veterans bill. They had already voted on that bill, and what was changed was a semantic line in the bill that needed to be changed. No money was changed, and they lied.
Nothing
They
was
lied.
added to
They
the
have
bill.
Chinese rug. Forgive me for saying
Liars
that,
who
but
lie
they do.
relentlessly.
And you're right, Chris. They are relentless with their lying.
Yeah,
And the thing is,
that's
I
one
saw,
thing.
Their voters.
They've taken that note
Motivated.
from Donnie. Once you lie, stick with the lie. Stick
I
with
saw
the lie.
today on YouTube. I saw Jon Stewart. I think it was on his show. They showed Ted Cruz saying, "Oh yeah, we're proud of our military. We love our military, right?" And then they showed a cutaway to when he fist bumped on the
Yeah,
Yes.
Ted Cruz
floor
and
after the-
somebody
And
else. I
Josh
forgot the
Hawley,
other one.
wasn't it?
Give him a little fun
yeah,
fist bump, but they
nice
voted it
Hawley,
down.
'cause
And
Because
then
proud
Are they
of
they
going to
do
pay a
this
price?
stuff. Well, they do this stuff out in the open, and they're not ashamed. I don't know. They have to know what they're doing.
They know what they're
So
doing, Johnny
it's
Fly, because they know most of their constituents are dumbasses.
Yeah.
and,
Yeah, that's the problem.
and understand something. The Republicans have no shame. You can't shame them with
No.
their shit.
No, they're
Yeah,
proud of
They
their
have
shit.
no shame.
They're proud of their shit. The worst shit, they're even proud of. The nasty shit. They don't
They put
care.
their Jiminy Cricket to sleep a long,
They
long,
want
long
Donnie
time
back.
ago.
They want Donnie back. Donnie is the epitome of
Donnie
what a
has the
fascist
voters.
leader could be.
That's all.
Huh?
That's all, John. Understand. Donald Trump has the voters. And that's the only reason why they kiss his ass.
Yep.
It's because he has the voters.
He has the
under
maggot crowd,
his
and right now,
tutelage.
evidently,
Yes.
they think. I don't think so. They think that the maggot crowd makes up the majority of the Republican Party. I think they're going to find out that conservatives may, and not that we agree with them either, but they're not the maggot crowd. And occasionally I have to remind myself that not all Republicans are maggots. Because, and we've seen that. We've seen the Lincoln Project and other examples of Republicans coming out and speaking against his ass. We don't agree with their politics or their issues. We have totally different
Well,
ideas
even
on how to get there, but
Fox News is turncoating on Donnie's ass right now.
I think they're going to turn on his ass. I think Fox
Yeah, they're
News
turning
is.
on him.
Let me see. As a matter of fact, there's a story right here. It says something has changed. Let me see. Something has changed after on Trump on Fox relationship. Oh, that's talking about the Maryland Attorney General again too. Yeah, Maryland Attorney General Republican. 9/11 was an inside job. That tells you who they're talking to. You know, the QAnon maggot crowd. That's who their target is. But I think they're finding out that
these people,
that
these
target
people
audience is
get-
getting smaller.
they have money behind them, and so they get a microphone in their face, and they're able to go out there and just keep repeating the same old shit. What Donald Trump said the other day, that we just don't know what happened during 9/11. That's what keeps that motherfucker going on. That we had a commission. We know what the fuck happened with 9/11. We know it was Saudi Arabia. They came over here and took down those buildings. We know that, and he's entertaining them for a goddamn $1
For a golf for the new live golf course. Are you shitting me? Come on, man. Really? There's no honor amongst thieves.
Again.
There is no honor amongst thieves, and he's the biggest thief there ever was. If they're dangling money in front of him, he's there. That's who it is.
They gave his son-in-law $2 billion.
Evidently, a lot of it in the suitcase, I understand.
Mm-hmm.
Are you shitting me?
Because this is how they do things.
But, you know,
in suitcases. That's Kajogi.
You know, it is sad. Because there should have been a price paid for Khashoggi. And I wasn't none too happy that we got to go over there and give Slice and Dice a fist bump either. I understand why we had to do it. And it doesn't make it easier to swallow, but...
Biden didn't go over there just to deal with Saudi Arabia.
No,
Biden
he went to
over
meet
there
a
to deal
group.
with the entire Middle East.
Yep. So
because
it's more
he's
than just Saudi
president of the
Arabia.
United States, and he had to.
But the deals that this country has made with Saudi Arabia, and it's one day, baby, it's going to come back and bite us on the ass. Every weapon we ever sold there, I believe that shit. You know.
Absolutely.
You know, are there some good Saudi Arabians? Or, yeah, I guess so. I'm sure there are.
I'm sure that they are, but Mohammed bin
Slice and Dice is not one of them. No, their record on human rights and women's rights and everything is just blatant out there in front of God and everybody. And if you don't like them, they'll cut your head off. So, you know, what do you want to know? It's a theocracy there. It's all. It's a kingdom.
What they want here.
Yeah, it's similar to the one here, except we just call him Jesus. Hello, Jorge. I'm sorry.
Good evening.
How you doing, brother?
Well, I'm still looking for Hunter Biden's computer.
Are you? Well, let me know you. I'm still checking my lotto tickets.
Jared gets $2 billion, but Hunter's computer
I'm reading one number.
I mean, shit. No.
Oh man, I'm telling you.
It keeps me up at night, John. You know, I mean, shit.
I know it does, brother. Try to take a pill.
Problem is, Jorge, if you find that laptop, you're going to get a whole bunch of viruses. So watch it.
Oh, well, probably, yeah. I'm sure. Hey, you know, everybody was talking, there was people talking about getting together in Galveston in October. Is that still on or not?
You know, I don't know. Because, what'd I do? I did something. Shit. I know, shit. Sometimes your mind just goes blank. Mitch Goldstein and his wife Julie are going to go on a cruise, and they might be coming back by way of Galveston. And
cool.
And he first brought it up. John, why don't you come up to Galveston? We can meet there when you come in. Oh,
wow.
Shit, that's just right up the road. It wouldn't be about a 3-hour drive up there, maybe 4. Go up there and see him for a little bit, and then it turned into, well, we could get it all. I don't know. I'll get hold of Mitch and Julie.
I don't know.
And find out what there's.
See,
because this all started by going to Galveston just by the fact that they were going to be pulling in on a cruise ship there, and it's not that far from me. You know, and if you're within driving,
well, it looks like I might be at Lake Corpus Christi State Park there in October.
Oh no shit! I know where that place is. Ah.
Yeah.
I met an old boy there.
I actually got like a sign I need to bring you. That's gonna go right under Randy Peterson's Woo Pig back there.
Oh man, Jorge, I got bad news, buddy. Goth Bosch Incarnate had Hunter Biden's computer. He bought it at a garage sale last week, but then he forgot and left it on the park bench, and when he came back, it was gone again. Son of a gun, man.
Tucker had all the contents. They just didn't mail them to him, right?
So, John, that's where Rudy's sleeping these days, on the park bench?
On the park bench, yeah. That's where Rudy's sleeping.
On the laptop?
But if
telling
anybody
you.
wants to know, Jared and Ivanka, if they got emails or text messages, they probably can't find them. Because, I don't know.
What is it up, man? It seems to be a popular
Instagram,
thing nowadays.
Snapchat, whatever.
Everybody's phone got like reset, right?
Yeah.
Exactly.
Probably the CIA's phones all got reset. Everybody.
Yes.
Oh,
I
January
just don't
6th,
know how
right.
the Department of Homeland Security is expecting anybody to buy their bullshit of, well, the Secret Service phones
John.
just got replaced, and now our phones just got replaced, and gee, we don't know what we're doing.
We can't pull
John.
that up no more. It's gone.
Uh-oh.
I worked for an internet service provider for over 10 years. And let me tell you something. When the servers went down, the one thing that we had redundant backups of was email. Okay?
Critical.
We had redundant backups of email. We were a simple little countrified internet service provider so that we could restore everybody's fucking emails. Okay? You can't tell
That
me
huge complex.
And I worked for Uncle Sam for a long time. I was a civil service employee. You don't erase your shit. The only time you're erasing your shit is when you think you're in trouble and you just thought you erased it.
And even when
somewhere.
you do erase it and you rewrite over it, they can dig down. No, wait. They have technicians that can dig down into an erase.
The NSA and Utah can do this
and
shit.
recover that shit. And the people that were in charge of the FBI and Homeland Security that was told to do that said they wasn't going to do that shit because they're Trump leftovers. And they
James Murray.
Everything that man touched has turned to shit. And now he has tarnished the one agency that most Americans, almost all of us agreed, Secret Service was one of the most elite, most trustworthy law enforcement officials we had, charged with protecting the president and all that. And now their image has been tarnished just by their association with this asshole. The people that were around
maybe
Trump,
they need to clean house.
Maybe so, baby. I think there's a lot of institutions that need to clean house of this shit.
Yes.
And that includes a lot of our law enforcement who are 100% behind Trump, back him all the way and all that bullshit. Not saying all of them,
Jerry,
but a good portion of them,
law
baby.
enforcement doesn't need to be defunded. It needs to be reformed.
They need to be re-educated.
Bernadette, we talked about last week, and it's, if you put a steak out on the counter to thaw out, and maggots get on it and stuff, or what are you gonna do? Just cut off the little piece with the maggots on there, or are you gonna throw the whole thing?
Honey, you can't. Honey, let me tell you something. I'd probably throw the fucking counter away. That's how much I don't like maggots.
You're gonna burn down the house, man. I'm sorry. Look, it's gotta go, baby. There was maggots in there.
Enough to spoil the whole thing.
Let's hope that we don't have to burn our country down to get rid of the maggots that we have. We just have to make them crawl back under their fucking rock and go back to dating their cousin.
And all experiments are not successes.
No. This is still an experiment. Generation by generation, our democracy is tested. I don't want this one to be the one to lose it. Over something like that guy?
Homeland Security?
What?
Yeah, how long did we go without a Homeland Security? 225 years?
We was doing pretty good, weren't we?
Yeah, we were. That fucking thing is all maggoty, I'm sure it is.
But that is the power of hate and discontent. That's what he fosters, that's what he feeds. We just have to hope that we're stronger than that. And I think we are. And we started this discussion talking about the possibility that, hey, news got it wrong and Republicans are going to suck this November. And we need to make sure that happens. Because I repeat, and this seems to be my mantra nowadays, my number one, if we don't deal with this now, we're going to deal with it later. We face this shit now as a country. We follow the evidence where it goes, and we all know where it's going. Everybody can see it. It's not like we're all guessing. We know where it leads. And if we don't deal it justice where it belongs, where it needs to go, then what the fuck am I supposed to be about a guy getting busted for a pound of weed or some shit? There's no justice in the system if it doesn't work for everybody. And this is going to be the example, baby. It's just like Steve Bannon should get the maximum 2-year sentence because he was sitting out there proud of what he did, throwing it up in your face, going, I ain't coming. Well, Trump's doing the same thing.
Laughing at him.
I tried to overthrow your government, so what? I'll do it better next time. That's what he's saying. I'll raise an army. I'll stomp you. I'll do whatever it takes. Fuck that shit. Deal with his ass now. You slap his ass down and put his ass in his place, which would be a jail, in my opinion. Or we wait until 24 when he has more time to raise that army. I don't want to give him that time.
John,
He was very brazen, John. He didn't mind, speaking out. It was obvious what he was.
Who, Steve Bannon or Trump?
Yeah.
Steve Bannon was on his damn podcast all the time bragging about he wasn't going to do it. So he was trying to make an example of what he could do. Well, let's make the court make an example out of his ass like he wants. Stick his ass in prison for the minimum for 2 years at least, baby.
Is his fate in the hands of a jury or the judge? You know?
I believe it's in the judge. He's already been convicted, guilty, done deal, gone.
So it's in the hands of the judge.
Yep.
For the sentencing, okay.
Of course, there's an appeal already.
That whole bunch.
There's an appeal already. So, hold on to your britches. We're not done yet because he wants that microphone. That's what he wants. They just need to take the microphone away from the maggot and tell him to go take a fucking shower. And let me send out. Go ahead, Chris.
Go ahead.
No, go ahead.
Well, let me just finish this one quick point.
Sure.
OJ, right? OJ got off the first time. It pissed off a lot of the country, blah, blah, blah. And he goes and commits another crime, which was armed robbery, and he got the max.
Got smacked down. They had it.
That judge took into consideration, okay, you've been walking around free man for 20 years, you commit this crime, well, guess what? I'm going to give you a little of that sentence you should have had. I want to see some karma. And this judge may think the same thing about Mr. Bannon.
I hope so, because if they come back with a 30-day minimum, I'm going to be pissed off. I will not think it's justice. It's going to be ridiculous. But of course, like I said, he's going to appeal like anything. So he's a wasted
he'll make a show out of it,
piece of shit.
He'll make a show out of it.
Yep. Let me send out a few thanks to Leanna.
Roger Stone.
Yeah, another one. Let me send out thanks to Leanne Geyer, who came in with a $20 donation and said, your voice is appreciated. Leanna, I so appreciate you. Thank you so much for saying that. And it's maybe appreciated, dear, but it's no more important than anybody else's voice. And I see that result right here in the chat. And Michael Johnson came in with $6 and said, we need to have a 2-for-2 candidates we know in tight races. Fuck Trump, go Beto, and go Beasley. Indeed, I got to get my shit together and go get our I know we only got 100 days left. We're way behind on what I should be doing, but in my defense, I don't know what I'm doing, and Travis has been extremely busy. So I don't like to bother him, but I do need to get my button, because I don't have a button. You know what happens when I hit the button? That's the last time I had the button, and that was Buddy Davis's when he had his car wreck and was doing a fundraiser.
Right.
We had it right there, and that's how long it's been since I changed the button. But I have other buttons. See, I got a bus. There's a bus. Of course, we have the usual slap the shit out of him. And just for old times, we'll play our old favorite song.
Hey.
Hey. Everybody tap their butt.
Yeah.
I need you
Dare
to shut the
dancing.
fuck a bitch, shut the fuck a bitch, shut the fuck a bitch, shut the fuck a bitch,
Fuck a bitch, shut the fuck a bitch.
shut the fuck up,
Shut the fuck up.
shut the fuck
Love it. It's an upbeat tune. It's just an upbeat
Yeah,
tune.
baby.
Makes me smile.
It's got a snazzy beat.
It's
to
got a snazzy beat. It's got a nice message. You want to, scream it from the rooftop sometimes. Anyway.
You did that with snapping her fingers, weren't you?
Oh,
That's
I love that song, okay?
I do.
And there's one
Gotta love
other
it.
button
We
that
don't play
all
it
Blue
enough.
Dots can can press in the YouTube channel, and that's hit the like
You
button.
can hit the like button.
You hit the like
As
button.
we used to say,
Yeah.
like, share, and subscribe. A Blue Dot in Texas, John Brevo. We appreciate that, and we do appreciate
Yeah,
every
we
one of
do.
you. Wait a minute. Uh-oh. I had that going, right? I did when I switched
Yep,
over to...
you ran the credits.
When
You
I
did
hit
run
the
the
button,
credits.
I was wrong. So anyway, I want to thank everybody for coming by. And Tracy Tobias, I love you too. Well, I'll just tell you what, I'll yell it over the fence. Don't worry. I appreciate it. I wish. Yeah, we need a Blue Dot choir. Yeah, we do. And anyway, I'm reading the chat. I love it. That chat is I don't get to enjoy it as much as while we're on the air because I'm trying to keep my mouth running. But I see it go by and see, right. Nothing blew up, Gary. I didn't blow up anything. We're all on the air. Everybody can hear me. I didn't push
Yep.
any. Yeah, see, we're getting better at this shit.
You done good,
I
boy.
done good. So, if we can
Yeah.
keep it going. Anyway, thank you all for being here tonight. Jorge, appreciate you stopping by, brother. Oh, wait a minute.
Love
Before
you,
we
brother.
go, no, wait. We can't leave yet. We can't leave yet. Hey, Keith.
Yeah.
Hey, Keith.
Hello?
Think you're going to sneak in here and not say a freaking thing? Oh, no,
I'm just
no.
listening to you guys.
I know it. How you been, brother?
Oh, all good, all good.
Good.
Working on my boat project,
I-
that kind of
Right
thing.
on.
Everybody's got a
But
boat.
you
but me.
I have a
I got to
question.
get a boat.
I have a question
What?
for the room. In the last 40 years, can anyone remember a deed from a Republican that has actually helped the American people?
Right about now is when Jeopardy music should be playing.
Doom, 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 doom.
I'm pondering.
Alex died.
Nope, can't think of a single fucking thing.
Okay.
I'm not
Yeah.
wealthy, so the tax cut didn't help.
The only
Uh,
thing that I could think of, and it would probably be outside of the 40-year time span, was Richard Nixon created the EPA.
That's
was it.
probably about the last good
Yeah,
thing a
but he had
Republican
he
did.
got his arm twisted on that
Yeah.
too, Bernadette.
Here's
And
the
he-
draft.
But it still happened. It still happened, and the current Supreme Court just shattered that shit. So,
Right.
just
Sorry, Miss Linda, I didn't notice
it's
you.
fucking ridiculous.
You had
So,
been
Well, I got-
distorted.
Doesn't like me.
I'm sorry.
We like you, Miss Linda.
Oh, thank you, John. I.
You're welcome.
Me too.
Island.
Anyway. We had to get everybody in here so we say goodnight. So you can't say goodnight to everybody
Yeah.
unless we're all here. And I want to send out a thank you to Leo Sahaki and Biker Wisdom, Wisdom and Thoughts. Thank you for coming by, Leo. We appreciate it. I'll look for your new video and I'll put it out there and share that shit, brother. Like
and
Leo
let's
says.
not forget Miss Jean.
And Miss T. If y'all ain't checked out Miss T, check her out on YouTube or Facebook or YouTube, Facebook, TikTok. Miss T's cooking it, baby.
We
She's
love
out.
Miss T.
She is always out there. I'm proud of her.
She's awesome.
Yes, there are a lot of voices. Don't forget Virginia Whitley uses her voice.
Yep.
Oh, Lord, I almost said of her. I miss Randy. I miss Randy's voice.
We do
I
miss
miss
Randy.
Randy all the
Yeah,
time.
we miss Randy.
He was a constant, and it just pains my heart sometimes when I go to call out people, and it's obvious that I miss his name. Anyway, we wish him and his family the well. Keep him in your heart is always what I can say. Anyway, Miss Linda, thank you for coming by, darling. I appreciate it.
No problem, dear.
We'll,
Good night, John Boy.
Good night, Mary Ellen. It's our thing. And Jorge.
Hey, save
what?
that for the blue room.
I know. Hey. Well, it's obvious. Here. Just show. What can I say?
It's just
It's a thing. Anyway, Jorge, thank you, brother, for coming by. And Keith,
We'll wander off into the blue room.
yes, we'll be over in the blue room. We're leaving here, going straight over to the blue room. It'll be a race to see who gets in there first. Anyway, we'll see you over there. Catman, Keith, my buddy, thank you very much. I appreciate you.
Absolutely, sir. Thank you.
And Chris, Always enjoy it when you come by.
Absolutely. Good night, everyone.
And let me see, Johnny
I'm gonna
Fly.
make a couple calls, but I'm gonna try to jump over to the blue room too.
All right, we're gonna be in there. Johnny Fly.
Yeah.
Goodbye. Anyway,
Have a good night.
I'm glad you're here, Johnny. Thank you for coming by and visiting with us, brother.
Thanks for having me. Just make sure you're not Leo now.
Yeah, I'll remind you as much as I can, but I'm not expecting anything. So, David, thank you for coming by, brother. We always enjoy your voice when it's here.
Always a pleasure, sir.
Good. And Bernadette, always, baby.
Yes,
What
sir.
can I say? Thank you very much for being here.
Always and forever.
Always
You're
and forever,
welcome.
baby. And damn, let me know if you find anything else just laying on the side of the road. Shit. I'm living in the wrong place, I'm telling you. Anyway, to our Blue Dot family on YouTube, on Facebook, on Twitter, on TikTok, wherever we are. This is a great family. I'm so proud of being a part of it. And I got to get my Trump doll out. It's around here somewhere.
Yeah.
I should. I need to do that just in honor of
Does it make
Randy.
a noise when you squeeze it?
No, but it makes you feel good when you beat the shit out of it on the table. Anyway.
Bernadette, you could always